Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 15th NFL season. Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants take on Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. It's time for a little football. So we'll hand over to our podcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and Rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and as we look at this Panther club as they interplay here, you come in 0-3 and desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake pit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's get folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone they're going to be there in the end.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And coming off of an early season open week, and in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters normal spacing and run fits, leaves creases like they're able to play right there.
Here's a second 2 now from the 33. On second down, McCaffrey. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take the first quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the open drive.
after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play action. Manning. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start to drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
Just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So the drive takes it into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Newton now to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And this whole line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
Establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He's trying to force in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Look for Shepard deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
Third year now out of Oklahoma is Sterling Shepard, and he led the Giants in receiving yards in the absence of Odell Beckham in 2017, but had battled the injury bug as well. Only played in 11 games with his own ailments, and when he's healthy, though, he is shifty, fast, electric down the middle of the field, and the Giants offense needs that in a big way.
On play action, it's Manning. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got it in, complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And with that touchdown reception, we have a new single-season leader. We were waiting for this moment. We got to see it here.
How much fun is it that we were here to see it? And this guy is able to catch touchdown passes from everywhere. Red zone, out in field. It didn't matter. You put it in his vicinity, he carried it over the goal line.
Rosas out to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes a score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big run there, 29 yards at first.
We saw at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015 at 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
And this one is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Look at the starter down on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll let it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keep getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0-2 on 3rd down conversions to start this one. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting up to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going. Now everyone else should have opportunities.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, here are the starters for Carolina. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Looking for Shepard deep. Got his man complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eli Manning with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, Brendan, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. He shows us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton, the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. And also over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he takes some game.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Newton going to hand it off to Caffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety landed Collins there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game. And maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down from the sack.
Well, something's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of score, Brandon, and guess what? They're just going to pin their ear back now, get upfield, get after the ball.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. We're going to look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. He may be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here early in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Brandon, man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, there was no gain on that run. We do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity meant to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. I don't know about you, Party, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And tight end Olsen, right side. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after catch, and give that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And not able to break away this time. They're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's been alive in the first half.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down throw for Newton. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation. It's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen, getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there? Able to shut them down on that attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will move deficit from 20 down to 17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball downfield with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On play action. Now Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. Looks wide. 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 83 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Rosas now to kick this one away. More now on the return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points at the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive.
Looking for punches, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wily passes and wide receiver slip. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to air one out. Got a man is caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 41 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Rosas now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up now. And they will start out in great shape up very close to midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll get it down to 47 here. And before he can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Newton. Now they set up a screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his looseness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in second quarter. LaShawn McCoy has run for a touchdown there. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And in that one is the visiting Dolphins, who are out in front. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. In our game, been the play of Eli Manning that's been the story so far. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where it ultimately would have been, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out in place. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers?
Absolutely. And that's caught inside the 35. And it will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 75 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. PAT up and good by Rosas. And lead will swell by one more. Rosas now to kick this one away. Moore now to return. And a bad return here. Gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes in play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry put him over the 100-yard mark.
Back to the ground on first to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up. Very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. Skipping the pressure run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Oh my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here, I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On first and 10, Newton looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. This is Newton on the play fake to McCaffrey. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kareem Martin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little back yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations that's real difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Now Manning. He's going to air one out. So he took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess he figured with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 46 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Moore now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's good play. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and pick up McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just soaring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting to the zone. All athletes.
He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 76 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Rosas now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's a combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination in Coach Watson. We'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he'll get this up only to about a 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton caught left side by Funchess. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Newton on first down. The slant pattern here complete. And he'll be run down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and 2. Newton. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively. Something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we try to cover a quick...
Got it, man, complete. 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 75 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit on base, they bring a jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And a giant rush, and Thomas down he goes. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but wait.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Kareem Martin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? It also tells me coverage is excellent downfield.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard turn. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have a lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game.
This is caught inside 15. They will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, he flat out can't be stopped. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people thinking, how can I get some more score for my fantasy or other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Newton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out. It looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets Manu's out of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
It was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant it all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on the interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Go play action here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown. They just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. Full momentum going, full confidence going. It's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's a lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good. Go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw on 2nd down. Newton looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm is the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Alec Ogletree in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a sack sheet stuffer.
And the interception or now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Manning going to throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle. Take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late.
Flushes his frame. 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored that touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish it never would go down.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Gano out to kick this one away. Cody Latimer now on the return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commented.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard finding the end zone yet again. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she scales way behind. He used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the other men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get up past the 30. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's how you keep him running.
Pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle for a start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that will wound up incomplete. Here's Echo. Good return there. Call it 13 yards. They control the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. Tyrod Taylor, 2 touchdown passes in the W. For the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Manning looking to throw it. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it all the way down to 3. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 65 yards. So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it. And the crowd is so excited to watch another NFL record fall.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They loved the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan.